Hi, we're live. Hi, Art and Codecracker. We have Art live. Let's turn the music on. Yeah, both plays live. Nice. So, looks like Codecracker is on the original ROM, so it's not going to be the same presets. And Art has the higher PB. So it will be Art's level select first for the first set. So it's 9, 12, or 15. 15 can be vetoed. That's a 12 select from Art Vandelay. Yep, it's Codecracker's choice first. So I'm not sure if this is... I know this is your first match of the division. I'm not sure if you have played in a cup match before, Codecracker. So just put ready in chat or hover over the level 3 when you're ready. Yep, Art chooses first, so Art has chosen level 12. There's a ready from Codecracker and a ready from Art, so let's jump into game number 1 here in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, we currently have Art Vandelay is 2-2 in this Elm division, having won 3-1-3-1 against Plasma Cat and lost 1-3-1-3 against Lucy. Whereas Codecracker is on his first match. We have Codecracker hailing from the country of El Salvador. I think the first El Salvadorian player I ever streamed. Art Vandelay hailing from the country of Not Set. Art is going to drop down the Tetris, has some holes in the stack though. And while Codecracker with 2 Tetris on the board and a nice clean stack, Codecracker throwing those bars down is going to take some triples. And is now going to work on opening up these holes. Tetris for Codecracker, up to 51,000. We got Art Vandelay doing a bit of push down. Codecracker also doing a bit, but seemingly quite a bit less. So Art is currently ahead in lines by 7. 35,000 playing 53,000, so that's about a 3 Tetris pace lead here for Codecracker. 1 Tetris real-time lead. Tetris for Codecracker. Art is Tetris ready, just waiting on that bar. Gets the bar and the Tetris does make a hole in column 3 and is going to put some more weight on that hole. Ooh, some indecision means Art loses Das and the ability to get anything over to that left-hand side. But that's not gonna slow him down too much. This SZ burst is though, and Codecracker also having some trouble with the S's and Z's here, up high. Gets that bar over to the left, the L's gonna fill in that, oh no, could have filled in the dependency with the L, but instead lays it flat. Is not gonna fill in the dependency with that L either, is trying to not put weight on the hole, I think, perhaps. But needs to take those burns when he can get it. And yeah, he's not doing that, and that's going to be it for Codecracker at 88,000. Which means Art is in a chase down, needs 89,000 points. Still has another 40 lines to go. A Tetris and change will do it. Art's ready for the Tetris now. There's the Tetris. Now we just need the change. Takes the single, another single, another single, another single. Each single is an extra 520 points closer to the goal. $85,000 now. 6 lines away. There's a double. Now only needs 2,000 more points. Isn't ready for a Tetris. There's going to be the long bar and the Tetris for Art. And that's going to be game 1 to going to Art Vandelay. GG's to Arts. We do go back to Codecracker for the game 2 level select. Did I say to Codecracker? I think so. Codecracker proposing level 15. We'll see if Art's accepting. Okay, we got a ready from both players, so let's jump into game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players off here. Art's taking a couple early skims. So is Codecracker. So Codecracker's going to be getting ready for the Tetris first. Doesn't throw that J over to the left to fill in the dependency. Will fill in that one though. Okay, Codecracker just waiting on the bar. Oh, not coming. Takes a couple more skims. Trying not to block off the well, selling for the bar. The bar does come. Get the Tetris. And now he's going to take some burns to clean up the board, but Art Vandelay in serious trouble. Needs a bar. The bar's not coming, and Vandelay tops out to 6,000. Codecracker, you're good for game 2. Oof. We're taking it back to 12 for game 3. Yeah, both players taking a risk there in game number 2. Codecrackers seems to pay off. Ready from Codecracker. And ready from Art, so let's get into game number 3 here in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We have Art Vandelay starting off strong with a Tetris. Codecracker's gonna get ready for one with that J piece. Does make a J dependency as well, but I was gonna fill in that J dependency. Takes a couple skims, does block off the well as the lone bar comes, but is still in a nice board state after opening up the well again. This former J dependency, but gets a J, and Art Vandelay a couple of misdrops, it seems, and is now in trouble again. And hangs the J on the left, and that's going to be it for Art Vandelay, 18,300. Codecracker has 19,000 and will be good for game 3. Yeah, Art is unamused with that game, which is understandable. But that means Codecracker has game point, and it goes back to him for his level select in game number 4. $15. Vandelay, do you want to veto 15? You are allowed to veto 15. Okay. That's a veto from Art. So, yes. Codecracker, do you want 9 or 12? 12 it is. Ready from Codecracker. There's a ready from Art, so let's jump into game number 4 in 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So you do have Codecracker on set points. I think Art hoping to take this to his first decider. Every set he's played so far has ended on game 4. We'll see if this breaks the streak. Codecracker hoping to do the reverse. Finish it off in 4. Get a nice win to start off this TNP season. Art Vandalay has 2 Tetris on the board. Codecracker has 1, but is dealing with some parity issues, which are going to interfere with him scoring. Ooh, adjusted out of the J dependency as the J was coming. He's going to open up that right-hand side. It's almost ready for a Tetris there. It's going to take a double down and another double down, burning this board down. As another Tetris for Art Vandalay going to 63,000, Codecracker currently at 22. There's a triple and a single for Art Vandalay. Triple for Art again. Both players currently digging. Art's looking a bit closer to cleanliness than Codecracker, and in fact will open up that right-hand side. Could opt to build one from the bottom, is instead going to take the burns to open up that hole in column 9. And will take the triple to bring the board down. And clean again. Does have a dependency though, 2 J, an L and a J dependency. He's going to get a J for one of them. And the L for the other. Square to top it off nicely. Ooh, Codecracker hanging some squares on the right. Does get a bar for a dirty Tetris, but now in a precarious dig. At 45,000 points, Art Vandalay at 110,000 points, a 5 Tetris lead here. Art is a couple Tetris ahead in lines. But Codecracker in a dire situation, the board getting higher and higher, and Codecracker is going to top out at 46,000, which means Art Vandalay takes it to a decider. And we're going to go back to level 12 once more to finish off this set. Ready from Codecracker, ready from Art, so let's jump into game number 5 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Tetris to start things off for Vandalay. And a Tetris for Codecracker. Art is in a bit of an awkward position, but so is Codecracker. Does open up that right-hand side, does Codecracker, but has to block it off just as quickly. Reopens it, gets a long bar, gets a double. Art Vandelay is up very high here. It's going to take some burns to bring the board down. Currently 25,800 plays 26,600. It's about as neck and neck as you can get. Codecracker takes a double. And then a single. Oh, that long bar down the center would have cleaned things up. Didn't see it though. And now Codecracker's going to have to do some more burning. As Art Vandelay has lots of dependencies on his board. A long bar dependency on the left, he's going to fill it in with the long bar. Vandelay taking some Tetrises, oh, not some Tetrises, some skims here to bring the board down. Codecracker going to take, oh, is going to take a triple to get clean. 39,000 points now for Codecracker. 35,000 points for Art Vandelay, so about a quarter of a Tetris lead here for Codecracker, but Codecracker's clean. But now, so is Art. Codecracker waiting on that long bar, the long bar not coming, and now's had to block off the well. The long bar comes just a piece too late and a piece too early. Uses the long bar to reopen the well, but gets into the long bar, gets a Tetris. Now some holes he's going to have to deal with. Codecracker opens up one of those holes, needs a long bar, doesn't get it, has to plug it with the Z. Art's board is not that nice either. A bit nicer than Codecracker's, just because it's a bit lower. Codecracker gonna get the J. Oh, could have used it for the triple. Instead, I think was trying to go for a Tetris perhaps, but wasn't Tetris ready. Yell's gonna open up that center. Is now Tetris ready, but he's going to take the double. Another skim. I think Art Vandelay might have just Tetrised. I didn't see that, but Art Vandelay's now up to 63,000 at 59 lines. Codecracker at 68,000 at 61 lines. Has been playing high here. Codecracker desperately trying to bring the board down, but Art's board now starting to creep up as well. We're about the 62/3 mark of level 12 here. And still, less than half a Tetris separates these two players, a double for Codecracker. Skim for Art Vandelay, getting that board clean. And the long bar is going to get a dirty Central Tetris for Codecracker. Into the lead, but then misdrops the T immediately after, and I think that was a misdrop of the J as well. Either that or some indecision on the placement. So he's going to have to recharge here and try to survive. He's not using these Js to fill in the dependencies. He's going to get a long bar. Nice adjusting for that J. Doesn't take a double with the Z. Could have taken a double with the Z on the left-hand side. And that would have resolved everything. Or resolved, not everything, but resolved a lot better. Is still trying to dig this down though. Nice double with that square is going to bring the board down. Currently 101,000 points for Codecracker, 80,000 points for Arts. Art is almost clean here. Codecracker still looks to be a ways away from cleanliness, and is it going to be transitioning in one more line? That bar's going to do some good to burn a split double there for Codecracker into transition at 112. Art Vandelay's head is ready. Waiting for that bar to go into level 13. Does make a long bar dependency, plugs it with the J, waiting on this bar, the bar not coming. Bar not coming for Art. He's selling. He sold too hard. And Art Vandelay tops out at 87,000. He wanted that final Tetris. Perhaps too much. And that's going to be Art Vandelay done, and Codecracker taking the game and the set 3-2. I'm going to get some water whilst Codecracker finishes out that game, or tops out whichever he wants to do. So that's the first set to Codecracker. Do we want to do the second set? That's an okay from Art, and a yes from Codecracker. So it will be Codecracker's level select for game 1 of set 2. The Undertale OST is cool as fuck. Also, yeah, you're saying the music slaps. Earlier, that was the Celeste soundtrack, or at least the song Farewell from Celeste's Farewell DLC. Or expansion, I don't know, update. But yes, we have both players ready on level 12 for game number 1, so let's get started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Celeste, another indie game with an amazing soundtrack. This game has perhaps my favorite soundtrack, though, of any game. Especially in terms of, like, hype stream music. This is Fury. If you watch, like, any Twitch streamer, you have definitely heard a couple specific songs from this soundtrack. This is the game Fury, spelled F-U-R-I. If you watch, like, any Twitch gamer, you have undoubtedly heard at least a couple songs from this soundtrack. It's such a good game. One of my top 20 games of all time. And top 3 soundtracks at least. There's a Tetris for Art Vandalay. That's 3 Tetrises on the board already for him. Ooh, a dead drop of that T, or at least a dead no rotation on it. Speaking of indie games with great OST, Ultra Kill. I should play more of Ultra Kill. I've played through the first few chapters, but that's it. I've played a bit of it. I have I've like used one of my friends has it on Steam, so I've used their account to Steam share it for the first few chapters. Now I mentioned it being my top 20, one of my top 20 games, I'm trying to wonder what the other of the top 20 games would be. But for now, let's give another score update. Codecracker currently at 34,000 points, Art Vandalay at 68,000 points. Both players are in a bit of a dig, but Codecracker opening up that long bar defense, he's going to get a triple and get clean. Yeah, I love family sharing is such a good thing on Steam. Especially when I cannot afford to buy all the games that I want to play. There's the Tetris for Codecracker as they get clean, but then make a hole in the process. Does open it up. Ooh, I think an overshift there of that S. My top 5. Ooh, okay. I know my top 1. My top 1 is definitely Outer Wilds. Celeste might be there. Hades might be there. Minecraft, probably. Tetris, I'm not sure if I would say it's one of my favorite games. It's obvious. It's probably my second most played game of all time. But I don't know if I'd say it's one of my favorites. Because I very much enjoy winning in Tetris and getting new PBs. But I don't actually watch that much of it besides Masters. And a lot of the time it's just frustrating to play. Codecracker in a dig with some high walls on the left and the right, but is going to be burning down those walls. Call him Mr. Gorbachev, as he tore down those walls on either side. Another game, more recent, but is definitely threatening to make it onto the top 20, is Balatro. Oh my god, I love Balatro. It's just so satisfying to just play a couple runs of Balatro. We have Codecracker on 107,000, Art Vandalay on 167,000, as both players getting close to transition. 92 lines for Codecracker, 97 now with that Tetris for Art Vandalay. So that's a... Well, let's see if Codecracker can get this Tetris. Is trying not to block off the well, manages to keep it open, gets a long one, gets the Tetris up to 123,000 points. So that's a 4 Tetris lead for Art Vandalay. As Codecracker burns into 13, the 125. Art Vandalay Tetris is in at 200,000. I have never played Mountain Blade. The only game that's released in the last decade that get close to me is My Summer Car. I've never heard of My Summer Car. Also, I would recommend anyone, pretty much anyone, to play Outer Wilds. Everyone I have recommended Outer Wilds to has loved Outer Wilds. And most have then gone on to try and persuade other people to play Outer Wilds. I literally got a tattoo. My first and only tattoo is from Outer Wilds. Because, yeah. It's also a great game to speedrun. Art Vandalay Tetrising on level 14, into 15, 244,000. Codecracker 156,000 on level 15 as well. They're behind by 90,000, and we're getting close to 18 here. Or 18 speeds. Nasty board here for Codecracker. Yeah, multiple L dependencies. Now a long bar dependency. Not getting Ls or bars. Has to block that L dependency off. Block the bar dependency with an L. And is getting into a high board here as transition looms in only 4 lines. Art Vandalay's into level 16 at 256,000. Tetrising up to 276,000. I don't think Codecracker's going to be able to survive this. Might not even make it to transition here. Won't make it to transition. 162,000 is out. Art Vandalay, play this out. This is still PBable. Oh, an overshift of that Z. Has 15 lines until level 19. And needs 60,000, so that's 3 Tetrises required. But, oh, these misdrops here for Art. The song right now is The Unseen Ones from the Hades soundtrack. Art's opening up that center well, waiting for that long bar, trying to get the last long bar to get that last Tetris, but could not get it, and will be topping out 293. Still a dominant win. Yes, Hades. Nice one there from Arts. Let's go 1-0. 2-9, your best score so far? It said your PB was 343. Oh, your competitive PB, yeah. Okay, nice. Hell yeah. I think it's looking like we're sticking with 12 all the way. So, if you want to change to something other than 12 all the way, then let me know. But otherwise, you can just ready up. Hell yeah! Is that a GD reference? I mean, it is also just something I say. I'm not sure if that's influenced by watching lots of Grand Designs, aka the host of Classic Tetris Wars. We have it ready from both players, so let's get started with game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. But yeah, Hades, another game with an amazing soundtrack and an amazing game. Amazing indie games tend to have amazing soundtracks. It's just how it be. Oh, Zero Escape. That's also that's top 5. Zero Escape. Oh, if I take the Zero Escape franchise as a whole, it's like 2 or 3. I think the best game is definitely Virtue's Last Reward, the second of the trilogy. And I'd say that's like that's probably top 5 games of all time. I like indie games, a breath of fresh air from DLC-filled, half-finished AAA games. So true. Still contemplating whether Chucky Egg is still in my top 20. I have no clue what that is. We have Codecracker off the races with a single Tetris. Art currently Tetrisless. It's an 80s child thing. Okay, that makes sense. Both players in a dig here, but Art Vandelay is going to get the bar to take down a... Only going to be a single, because had some holes in his board, but he's going to bring the board down. Attack of a Killer Queen, yeah. Of course it's rave time when you hear Attack of the Killer Queen. It's Attack of the Killer Queen, that's... Yeah, I think when I think about my favorite games of all time, most of them like aren't really childhood games anymore. Well, I feel like I don't have a whole lot of nostalgia for the games I played as a kid. Probably because a lot of them were just bad. Like my favorite game for a long time was Shadow the Hedgehog. I played so much of that game. We do have Art Vandelay bringing the board down, currently 36,000 points. We're about halfway through level 12 here. Codecracker at 62,000 points. Both players clean now. Art Vandelay is just about Tetris ready, is in fact Tetris ready now. Trying not to block off that well, but these T's and S's and Z's not meshing with his board very well. So many T's and S's and Z's. Does get a bar to get the Tetris to bring the board down. There's a double for Art. That's true. Tetris for Codecracker. Is that a Tetris for Art Vandelay? A dirty Tetris in the center of the board, up to 92,000 points. Codecracker at 122,000, 86 lines, 82 lines for Art Vandelay, who's high up on the board. We're getting close to transition here. Art's going to be wanting to burn this board down before that 100 line mark sets in. And the 15 speed to start up is still 30,000 points, aka about 2 Tetrises behind. Takes a double. Skim. Another skim. The Z comes nicely for Art. Another Z is going to open up that left-hand side. Just needs the bar here. He's going to skim a double with that S instead. He's waiting on the bar not coming. Oh, but Codecracker up high doesn't misdrop that S, but is able to get the bar over to the right for a Tetris, but is now going to be in a very precarious situation going into 13. Art Vandelay transitioning into 13, 107,000. Codecracker is in at 144,000, but a very precarious situation here. It's up very high, needs something for that right-hand side. The bar's going to go over, the Z's going to burn a single, S is going to burn a double, bringing the board down bit by bit, but this is going to be a hard dig. And this could be the opportunity Art Vandelay needs to bring himself back into this game number 2. But Codecracker for now is staying alive. Oh, but some rough placements. Oh, but Art Vandelay tops out, and Codecracker tops out, but Codecracker with 150k has enough to take game 2. A nah from Arts. GG's. Ready 12 from Codecracker? Sure. So got ready from Codecracker, ready from Art Vandelay. Let's jump into game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. 6-4 playing Elites. My partner Sky plays as I know they play a lot of Elite Dangerous. They have many hundreds of hours. I think they have played some of the original Elite as well. The double Z opener from Codecracker. Codecracker taking a couple burns to start off with. I mean, Art Vandelay taking a couple burns to start off with. Codecracker does have to block off the well. Was Tetris ready? But the bar not coming. Now dealing with some awkward parity. Trying to reopen that right-hand side. Is going to reopen it. Waiting on a bar. Will the bar come? Bar is not coming. He's trying not to block it off. Oh, but he blocks it off right as 2 bars come down. Tetris being cruel as ever. And this is dangerous now for Art Vandelay. I mean, for Codecracker. Codecracker topping out at 2, 3, 4, 5. And that means Art Vandelay with 8,000 takes game 3. That was cruel from Tetris. But it does mean Art Vandelay is going to be the one with the set point here. Yep, that's... No SPS can be a bit of a lottery. But ultimately, especially at the lower levels, SPS matters less than you'd think. So get those readies in for game number 4. Got a ready from Codecracker. Like, obviously there'll be some seeds where you get like a 70 piece droughts. And someone just gets 100 bars, but that's rare. Both players are ready for game number 4, so let's jump into it in 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Got both players off with game number 4. Both setting up for the Tetris. The new Crunch mode in Tetris Gym is fun AF. Crunch is really fun. I don't think it's for me, but I can see that lots of people are enjoying it. It's been around for a while. There was a whole Cursed Tetris League, it was called. That was all in Crunch mode. But it was its own separate ROM before now. Codecracker with 34,000, Art Vandalay with 46,000, 3 Tetrises. Actually had 3 perfect Tetrises. It's going to take some burns now to try and open up those holes in the board, but a very nice start there from Art Vandalay. Codecracker burnt down the board a bit there, is at 36,000. Trying to stack back up. But has a bit of a high right-hand side and a low left. It's going to get Tetris ready as the bar comes. Perfect timing on that bar. Is going to drop down a Tetris. There's a skim from Art Vandalay as he's trying to bring the board down. Codecracker is almost ready for another Tetris, up for 53,000. Going to reopen the well with that bar. Now Tetris ready. There's the bar and the Tetris for Codecracker up to 70,000. Exactly. 70,000 on the dots for Codecracker. And gets Tetris ready as another bar comes up to 85,000. Art Vandalay at 57,000. Still stuck in this dig. Yeah, Codecracker still nice and clean at 102,000. Art Vandalay at 65,000, still digging. Codecracker waiting on the long bar. There's a long bar on the Tetris for Codecracker up to 118. $69,807 for Art Vandalay. Hey now. As we're passing the 50 line mark. Codecracker waiting on the long bar. There's the long bar, and Codecracker's going to pass the 50-line mark at 136,000 points. About double what Art Vandelay has, and a 60,000 point lead. That's 4 Tetrises. And Art Vandelay is almost clean here. That L is going to get him clean, and now start getting stacked up for those Tetrises, but Codecracker ready for yet another Tetris. There's the long bar and the Tetris for Codecracker. And he's still ready for another. Takes a skim, gets a long bar, gets a Tetris up to 168. Art Vandelay Tetris up to 95. Codecracker ready for another. Gets a long bar, gets a Tetris up to 183. Tetris for Art Vandelay. Players seem to be finding a bit of rhythm here. Akibar from Codecracker to get him ready. See if it pays off. There's a long bar on the Tetris for Codecracker. Vandelay ready again at 111. Is going to have to make a hole in the stack. Does get the long bar and the Tetris, but now has to resolve these holes. Is going to start doing so with some burns. Now has a long bar dependency. Gets a long bar. Burns it open. The T is going to burn open that hole in column 5. Oh, really wanted an L, had to block those holes off because the J came instead. But it's going to be reopening them pretty quickly as Codecracker takes down another Tetris up to 233. Art Vandelay at 133, 100,000 points behind. That's 7 Tetrises. This is going to need some major 15 play here from Art Vandelay, probably some 18 play as well. And that's presuming Codecracker tops out pretty soon. But Codecracker's ready for another Tetris. There's a low bar, and there's the Tetris, up to 252. Art is at 139. Codecracker taking the triple. Could have set up for the Tetris with that long bar, but decided that was too greedy. The PB is underneath his name, Rinko. We have Art Vandelay ready for a Tetris up high. Just get the long bar, gets a Tetris into level 13. A triple there for Art Vandelay at 161. Another long bar is going to take another triple. Codecracker gets a double into transition 260. Liptonic saying that's a gold player pace. That would be a solid pace for a silver player even. That's about a 60% Tetris rate. Very strong latter half of 12. Codecracker gonna be trying to burn this down. Ooh, overshifts that T, or early shifts with that T. One of the two. But it's gonna burn open that hole. Oh, could have filled it in with the T. It's gonna fill it in with the Z instead. Art Vandelay 179,000. Codecracker at 269,000, so Art Vandelay is closing the gap bit by bit, but he's he's actually 10 lines ahead. So in terms of pace, the gap has not closed much at all, and Art Vandelay is 3 lines away from level 16 and will transition into it with a Tetris at 201. Already a very strong game from both players. A Tetris from Codecracker up to 282 is going to skim into 16. Oh, that was not the transition. It's going to take a double into 16 with 285,000 points. Opens up that hole, fills in the hole. taking burns here, trying to get the right-hand side open again. Currently, Art Vandelay, 217,000 on level 17, 288,000 at level 16 for Codecracker, but Codecracker with some misdrops. This doesn't look recoverable from Codecracker, and indeed, that is going to be all she wrote. 289 is going to be Codecracker's final score, which means Art Vandelay is in a chase down. But Art is going to have a world of difficulty trying to complete this, and I don't think it's going to be possible. Art Vandelay out at 223. An amazing game there from Art, but Codecracker just pulling out another notch and taking us to another decider. Yeah, Codecracker just went crazy there for a while. Just kept it so clean. Art Vandelay taking a gamble. Going to level 9. Interesting. We'll see how this pans out. We got it ready from both players, so let's get started with game number 5 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. We have a Tetris to start off from Art Vandelay, and a Tetris for Codecracker. Codecracker does make a hole. He's going to have to resolve that. Take a few burns to do so. We'll open up the hole pretty quickly. See what he'll do to fill it in. He'll just take the burns. Art Vandelay waiting on the long bar for the second Tetris. Will get the long bar, get the Tetris up to 24,000. Codecracker, 16,000. Ooh, Art Vandelay having some indecision with the L, but does throw it down into that hole to open up the well for that Tetris. It's going to make a hole, but it's going to be able to clean it up pretty quickly, and is going to get the Tetris on the board. Tetris as well for Codecracker up to 28,000. Art Vandelay with about a Tetris lead here at 38,000. This is the second set, 6-4. Codecracker won the first set 3-2, I think, if I remember correctly. Tetris for Art Vandelay. Codecracker's ready with a center well. Row 2 Tetris. Is gonna block it off though. And that S not what he wants. Trying to avoid extra pressure on that well. Ooh, puts the Z on top of it. That's gonna make it awkward for Codecracker. Meanwhile, Art Vandelay is clean at 63,000 points. Codecracker at 32,000 points. Art is ready for the Tetris after that. J gets a long bar, gets a Tetris up to 75,000 points. Codecracker would love a square right now. The L's gonna burn one. Another L is gonna do the job. And is the Tetris ready again? Can he get the bar? He can afford to take the triple, and he's gonna take the triple. Gets the bar, gets the Tetris, gets that burn to open up column 9, gets the L to fill it in, and gets clean at 51,000 points. Art Vandelay, 88,000 points. Is Tetris ready? Has a hole in the board. He's trying to reopen that while keeping the well open for the Tetris. Does block off the well to open up the hole. Nice burns there from Art. Is going to get him clean again. Gets a long bar, gets a Tetris. Codecracker ready for the Tetris, but does not have a clean board with some holes. Some more burns here from Codecracker, but the board pretty high. Meanwhile, Vandelay nice and clean, Tetris ready, gets a long bar, gets the Tetris up to 127. There's a double from Codecracker, and a skim is trying to reopen this hole. Yes, it's going to reopen it with the. It's going to open it with the T. Oh, could have filled in that hole with the L, and opened up the board, but it's gonna fill it in with the long bar instead. But Art Vandelay raring off to a lead here, 151,000 points at 65 lines. Codecracker at 61,000 points. That's a 7 Tetris lead on level 12. On level 9, sorry. This is a huge lead from Art Vandelay. But those Tetrises are worth more in the later levels, so if Codecracker can survive it out and start get some Tetrises when the speeds increase, could still equalize it. And Codecracker is even, while Art Vandelay is now digging. Does get a long bar for that right hand side to take a split double. 155,000 for Art Vandelay. 98,000 for Codecracker. Art Vandelay takes the triple. Codecracker is ready for a Tetris now. That very nice square to fill in that square Venti in columns 2 and 3. It's going to take a triple with the L and get the Tetris with the long bar, as Art is getting clean. Art will be now clean. Does have a long a LJ dependency, sorry. It's going to get the J to fill it in. Now with a double well. Waiting on a long bar to get Tetris ready. Is going to get it. Oh, but gets Tetris ready. Oh, but it takes a burn with the L. Now is going to have to form a LJ dependency to get Tetris ready, but is going to get the Tetris up to 177,000. And Codecracker Tetrising up to 139,000 has closed that gap massively. Now only 40,000 behind. That's about 3 Tetrises behind, compared to 7 not long ago. 139 plays 177, and Art transitions into level 10 at 190,000 points. Codecracker transitions into level 10 at 152,000 points. Triple there from Art. Tetris for Art up to 210. Tetris for Codecracker to 167. Codecracker, instead of taking the triple with that bar, is going for the Tetris. Just needs those bars. Knows he's behind, needs the points on the board, but no bars are coming. Hangs the T on the left. Blocks off the well, and that's going to be Codecracker done at 168, which means Art Vandelay is going to take Game 5 and the second set for the 226. Play this out, though. Ooh, making some... Okay, he's going to open up that right-hand side, get the Lombard, get the Tetris. Was trying to keep the well open at all costs for that bar. The bar did come just in time, but now has some holes he needs to resolve. Why I hear Vandweller whenever you pronounce Art's nickname? Art Vandweller. You have Art into level 13, but misdropping that L. Yeah, that's going to be Art done at 248, but that's going to be Game 5. And the second set to Art. A trade of sets here. 3-2 to Codecracker, then 3-2 to Art. Yes, I will do Latonic. That's going to be Art's done with his division. We'll be ending it on a perfectly even record. We'll have 3 set wins, 3 set losses, 13 game wins, 13 game losses. As balanced as you can be. I mean, to be fair, yeah, at this level, PB doesn't really mean anything. You can get one game with like a really good set of pieces, or you just have one game where you play abnormally good, and then that just becomes your best game. It's more so when you've got like the hundreds of games when you need to get way luckier than your opponent to have a better best game just by luck alone. Yes, no worries. Thank you both for coming along. Quoting the evil purple man, perfectly balanced as all things should be. Oh, yes, yeah. Thank you, Codecracker. I appreciate it. Always hope to provide a good experience, especially for the new folk. So let's get these matches reported. So let's play this home, first one, and then we swap these around.